Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. So on this one, I want to teach you guys step by step how to upload all your Amazon influencer videos on the UK, Canada, and Australia marketplaces. Okay, now don't get me wrong, there are plenty of videos out there, going over this, but there are just a few things that I feel like some of these videos did miss out on, like a little bit, tips, tricks, and whatnot. So I'm going to go over each one of these steps, things to consider, and really just everything in between, so that you get all these storefronts uploaded, have all these videos, and you're good to go to make some extra cash. Now before we get straight into the video, be sure to smash that like button, drop a comment down below, let me know if this video is super helpful to you guys, and as always, hit that subscribe button down there and hit that notification bell so that you stay notified on more tips, tricks on the Amazon influencer program, TikTok shop affiliate, and so much more when it comes to content. Alright, so just real quick, in order to do this, to basically upload all your videos to the UK, Canada, you will need a pro account with the Oink software. So if you don't have one or you haven't signed up yet, be sure to check down there in the description below. There's an affiliate link right there for you. Be sure to use that coupon code down there as well, so that you save a few bucks. And yes, I do make a small commission if you decide to use that link, but it is at no extra cost to you, and better yet, it's actually going to save you money if you actually use that link versus just trying to sign up for yourself. So go check it out, go sign up, and I appreciate you guys. That's just something to support the channel. Now with that out of the way, you're signed up, you're ready to go. You can see right here, we are on my storefront, and over here we got the Oink extension already plugged in, ready. You can see I already have this enabled UK, Canada, Australia price checking. Now the first thing that you want to do before you even start with any of this process is make sure that you're signed up for all three marketplaces. So it's really simple as googling Amazon influencer Canada sign up, Amazon influencer United Kingdom sign up, and then so on and so forth with Australia as well. Okay, now one of the things that I would advise, which I'm telling you guys right now, is just like go ahead, sign up for all three of them at once before you even attempt to upload any videos. Okay, because like this, you already have accounts, it's easy. All you gotta do is hit sign up, and when goes to the next page, you just hit sign up, and you're gonna use the same account that you have with your United States account, and they're basically gonna approve you almost immediately. Like once you get approved and whatnot, you're gonna get an email within like a minute or so saying that you're good to go, and you'll have all three storefronts. Okay, so it's that simple, super easy. So make sure you do that first, get signed up, and you don't need to do anything extra like getting those first three videos approved or anything. Technically you're already in the program, you're just signing up for the marketplace. Okay, so now once we have that out of the way, now first you're gonna want to get your stuff set up. Okay, so go over here up to the top corner on account, you're gonna click that little drop down arrow, and then you're gonna go to preferences over here, and again you need to be signed up to all marketplaces. So now once you go back down here, you're basically going to check mark, hey, I'm an influencer in Canada, UK, and Australia. You're going to mark all three of those first, otherwise you're not going to be able to see the next few steps. So once you have that going, save it, and then you're good to go. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to hit this little enable UK CAAU price checking. So let's go ahead and hit it. And then right here, it's even going to tell you what to do, what I just told you about the preferences and whatnot. So get it out the way first. Now before you start, now this is the cool thing about Oink, is that when you're signing up for these marketplaces, when you're trying to upload videos and whatnot, you actually need to set your address to an address that's specific to those countries. Now shout out to Fizz, he literally put what to put on each one. As you can see, you need to check the delivery zip codes. So you're going to change those for each one, and you can see right there, for Canada you're going to put M4B1B1, for UK you're going to put this W1, and then for Australia you're going to put the number 2000. So let me show you exactly what it means. Let's go to Canada. You can see right there, that's the Canada little thing, and you're basically going to just hit right here on deliver to. You're going to click that, and at the bottom right here you can see enter a Canada postal zip code. That's where you're going to put the M4B and the 1B, hit apply, and it's gonna change that location for you. So make sure you do that for all three of them. So you're gonna do the same thing for the UK. As you can see, mine's in London, so apparently I'm in London on this account, and then the same thing for Australia. And then once you get that good to go, you got all three of them checked out, just hit right here, my delivery codes are set, start cross-checking my videos. Now here's the cool thing about Oink that I love the most. So when you get on here, it's gonna show all these pink designs over them and whatnot, right? So the cool thing is that once you actually start working on some of these videos, you can even hit this find last check mark button right here. So let me go ahead and hit it, because I have, over 1,000 videos. It's gonna take a while to load, the page and whatnot. But it's basically gonna go back and pick up where you left off, when you were uploading your video. So let's give it some time real quick before I actually, show you the rest of the features. Okay, so it took a while, so I had to, cut off a clip from it because it was taking a minute. Again, because I have so many videos, so it takes a while for the page to load. But again, we hit that find last check, and as you can see, this is the last video that I finished from the last session that I was doing this, upload and whatnot. So it's gonna go from the top all the way, working its way down to the bottom. So you can see right there, already got all these, checked off. Now, if you're unsure exactly either, which video you stopped at, as you can see right here, the oink extension, it's going to create this pink barrier around the video. So that pink barrier basically means that, hey, you're done with this. Now, the next step what you're going to want to do is basically, you got to click on one of these videos, and then it's going to scan them so that you can check if it's available on all 3 marketplaces. So you don't want to start on the last one that you finished, which is this one, because you already did that one. So we're going to click the one right here next to it where it says start, CA UK checks here. So we're going to click real quick. And so from here, it's going to check each ASIN one by one to see if, if they're available in all 3 marketplaces. And you can see that there's 3 little circle, little notification looking things on top of the videos. So when they're in pink, that means they're available in that marketplace. So you're good to go on, uploading the video for that specific one. If it's showing green, that means you already completed it. But I'll show you later, how to actually get that set up, because it's not going to do it automatically until you actually fetch your orders. Now, if it's showing yellow, that means it's unavailable currently. So maybe the seller ran out of stock, it's just not in stock and whatnot. So it's still worth checking out to see if it's, available to tag. So if it does come back in stock, you'll have a video ready to go. Then if it's in red, that means it's just not available in that country, for the time being. So again, let's let it, do its thing, scan it. You can see right there. So it's going to scan about 20 to 25 videos at once. And like me personally, that's how many I stick to uploading per day. So whatever oink, finishes at, whether it's 20 or 25, that's where I'm going to stop at for the day, because I have heard of people having their accounts paused, taken down, restricted for uploading way too many at once. So you don't want to upload too many videos either, on these marketplaces on a daily schedule. So, just do what you feel comfortable with and don't do no more than that, okay? Plus, I mean, if you're doing 20 to 25 a day, it takes a little bit of time. So, you will get a little bit like irritated from doing this, because it's just repetitive back to back, doing the same thing over and over. So, but it's still finalizing real quick. You can see right there. And it's just going through each video. Now, as it's doing this, one of the reasons why I want you guys to sign up for all 3 marketplaces is because strategically it makes more sense to do them all at once if you're going to do them anyways, instead of just deciding to do only the Canada ones or only the UK ones or only the Australia ones. Okay, it just makes sense to go ahead, knock them all out one by one. Now, don't get me wrong, doing them like that will take a little bit more time because you're doing all 3 marketplaces, but it beats the heck out of having to come back one by one, trying to see where you left off with each country specifically. That's just more time consuming, more annoying, and it's just, a waste of time. So try to knock them all out one by one as you can, and like that you don't ever have to worry about that. Okay, so we got that pop-up screen. As you can see, it's telling you stop here. You can either continue scanning more, or just click the okay, let me get to work and work on the ones that you have right now. So let's click that one, and you will have to scroll back up a little bit. Now, you'll know where it stops because it's gonna either show the little symbols of the countries up here, or they're not gonna have them. So as you can see, these 3 do not have it, so that means that scan stopped on this video right there. So let's go back up a little real quick. And remember, if you don't know where you left off, remember that pink border means that it is checked off already. Okay, so let's look at this book real quick. This one is called Mouse Soup. So I reviewed that book called Mouse Soup or whatever, right? So as you can see, according to Oink, it is available in Canada, UK, and Australia. Now, here's the cool part about this, and why I love this software for this specifically. So if you click over here on the download, it's gonna download the entire video plus the thumbnail that you made for the video if you have one. You're gonna hit OK right there. Let me exit out of these other tabs real quick. We don't need them anymore. And so this is how I do it. So we're gonna go to Canada real quick. And this is the cool part about Oink, is it's gonna pull up the Amazon listing, plus it's gonna pull up the upload option over here on the dashboard. And he made it like that because, you know, when you're on your browse history, you want the last thing to be what you're gonna upload. So if we go in our browse history over here, it's gonna upload that. So let's go ahead and upload it. And you should be on your downloads immediately, you know, on your desktop, laptop. It should be the first video right there because it's, you know, the last thing you downloaded. So just hit that, open, and then from here, you know, you do your typical things that you normally do, right? Now it looks like I already have this one uploaded on Canada, so, but let me show you for, you know, just for example anyways. Now we're gonna go to total product, we're gonna tag it, we're gonna click mouse soup, and this is why the second tab is open, because it's gonna pop up immediately on your most recent on the browse history. So it makes it easier to tag. You don't have to go searching for this or that. Now here's one thing I will advise for those of you, you know, who are uploading your videos one by one, is you want to go ahead and, you know, do the parent ASIN if they are available. Now I've done a few videos already on my storefronts. You will not find as many parent ASINs to tag with a lot of these countries, but you know, it's still worth a quick check. So we'll go ahead and click this parent ASIN option over here. Just click the ASIN. Okay, so this one doesn't have even the home page, so we're not gonna be able to tag nothing extra, but that's okay. You know, if you don't find nothing, don't waste any extra time on it. Just, you know, do what you gotta do, upload it, and move on. Upload a thumbnail. So it should be right here. Now, if you aren't aware, I do advise tagging it and uploading the thumbnail first before messing with the title, because if you mess with the title first and then you decide to do the thumbnail or tag it, it's gonna basically erase what you titled it back to the original, and then you got to retype it again, which can get annoying. As you can see, mine's already titled, and this is for being organized when you're completing your videos to the US storefront. Comes in clutch, because they're gonna go based on how you name your files. So because I have my VA, you know, reorganizing all these video files for us, it's already named basically how I want this video. Must watch before buying this mouse soup book. It only has this one because I already uploaded it already, so I'm gonna delete that real quick. But like that, it's good to go. It's tagged, thumbnails already attached, title's good to go. At that point, we can go ahead and save and submit. That's simple. Now here's one thing I will advise too, that I have not seen any other videos talk about, and mainly because some of them don't even upload to Australia. So you're gonna see what I mean though. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna want to copy the entire title from either the first video or the second video. So we're gonna copy that. So let's go ahead and assume I submit this. I already have it submitted, so I'm not gonna submit it because it's already telling me I have a duplicate or whatever. So, and then once it's submitted, you know, exit out of all the tabs after this, and then go into the UK one. So let's go into the UK. Again, it's gonna pull up the listing right here, and then it's gonna pull up the actual upload page. So let's go ahead and upload. Let's see if we uploaded this. Pick the file. So looks like we're good here. So I like to tag it first just to check for the parent ASIN real quick. And look, like I said, it makes sense to tag the parent ASIN if possible already, because you do not want to go back and messing with that stuff. Okay, so it looks like nothing was found. So let's go ahead and go back. Let's upload the thumbnail. And then right here, the titles are right here, so let me just erase this. Looks like I haven't done this yet for the UK, so let's go ahead and save, submit, and we're good to go. So let's exit that, all the pages, and then Australia. And this is why I tell you guys to copy and paste the title from either one of the first two videos, because of this reason alone. So we're gonna upload that same video real quick to the Australia marketplace. Pick, upload. So we're gonna tag it real quick. So it's right there. Now let's go look for the parent ASIN. Now when doing the parent ASINs and the regular ASIN, you want to make sure you tag the regular ASIN first, and then you click to look for the parent ASIN. Because if you go for the parent ASIN first, it's only going to tag that parent ASIN, and then you're going to have to go back, reload the regular ASIN for it to pop up on the browse history. So yeah, that's why I advise that. Edit thumbnail. Let's pick it, open it up. And this is why I tell you guys to copy and paste that title from the first two, because for some reason on the Australian marketplace, I don't know if this is an Oink issue or not, but it's just gonna pop up blank. So you just want to paste whatever you put on the last titles, and then you're done. And I say this because this is gonna save you a few extra seconds or a minute or whatever. Instead of having to retype the entire thing again, you just copy and paste it, save it, and submit. And so like that, it makes it more efficient. You're ready to go. And you just basically keep doing the same thing, right? And then once you're done, log out of all the tabs. You're gonna go right here on that product listing that you were just on, mark as done. It's gonna outline it pink, and you're done with that listing. And then you're gonna do the same thing for the next ones. You're gonna download, go through each one by one, tag in, uploading the thumbnail, changing the title if you need to, and then just going from there. Now, let's say we complete this one right there. We're done. Now over here you can see on this listing all three marketplaces are showing as red, which means it's not available on any of these marketplaces. So what I do is I just mark it as done, because I'm not going to bother with it. If it's a certain product that sells very well in the US and you think it might pop up on those marketplaces, then you probably can leave it unchecked. But this one right here, I'm not too worried about it whatsoever, so I'd rather just not deal with it. And then just go one by one through each one. And then just keep going down one by one until you get to the very last one. And once you get to the last one, then you can decide to continue scanning and uploading. But like I said, I personally recommend just doing the amount that Oink scans on the first go, uploading those, and then just moving on. Doing something else, right? Doing a different task until you can do it the next day. So yeah, pretty straightforward though. I mean, it's pretty simple. I love how Oink made it so easy, basically with every step having the video file, the thumbnail, extra page, browse history. So yeah, you're gonna want to do all these things and just move like that. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now another thing too that I do want to mention is that when you download all these files, they're gonna be saved on your computer. So you definitely want to go into your history and just delete everything that you've been doing and free up some space. Otherwise it will start taking up a lot of your memory. Or repurpose them on YouTube if you choose to as well, and then work on that if that's something that you were interested in doing anyways, right? Now one thing I do want to mention also before we start wrapping up this video, because that's really basically it. Now as you can see over here, this one right here is green on the UK one. I do want to point this out also, because in order for it to turn green, what you're gonna want to do is go on like your Canada storefront basically. Now what you're gonna want to do is view storefront, go through here, and this will be really mainly through the Canada one that it'll pop up before you gotta actually do this. But what you're gonna do with Oink is you're gonna want to hit storefront fetch. You're gonna want to fetch storefront videos and then let it do its thing. So the Oink software is gonna run through these ASINs and just do its thing. And then once that part is completed, you're gonna want to go back to your regular storefront, refresh the page, and then rerun the enable price checking, and then the green ones will pop up. So if they're green, that means you've completed those are uploaded, you're good to go. You don't got to touch that marketplace ever again with that specific ASIN or whatever. So that's why I say you have to go into your Canada storefront, fetch that, because if you don't fetch it, it's not going to show it as green. They're just going to stay pink, red, or yellow or whatever. So as you can see, all the green ones, I'm done. If they're still pink, that means I either couldn't find the ASIN at the time, or I just whatever, right? And that's something too, is that when you're going through these videos and you're going through the browse history, you're trying to find these ASINs, don't waste too much time, okay? Don't waste a whole 5 minutes trying to look for this ASIN or that, because chances are it's not even going to be worth it, okay? Now if it's a product that sells well, it's going to move, that's doing well for you in the US, then sure, you could probably take an extra minute or two doing it. But if you can't find it, then just leave it, ignore it, move on to the next one, and then just go from there, okay? Because at the end of the day, guys, what I do want to wrap this video up with too is that, while this is a solid way to diversify a bit from the regular US storefront, at the end of the day, this is really not going to move the needle as far as your commissions compared to just uploading to your regular storefront, okay? In my opinion, I believe that uploading to the UK, Australia, and Canada is for people who are already established, they're already making decent commission, and they just want something to kind of expand from their regular, storefront marketplaces. Okay, so if you're just a beginner, you're starting, from scratch and whatnot, I would probably hold off on doing this until you get into a much better position, because it's just that time and energy that's going to be spent doing this is just not going to be as worth it compared to just posting regular videos. Okay, again, I have like maybe 60-70 videos on all 3 storefronts that I've gone through so far, and Australia and UK, I have made no money so far on those marketplaces with these videos. But on Canada so far, I am at $4 now. So this is my 3rd day making commissions from that. So it's something small, it's extra, but if I use that same time to source products in the US, I probably would have made way more than $4. But again, this is just a good way to diversify and just make that, those extra few dollars and whatnot. But overall, I mean, that is it. That is my full in-depth tutorial. Hopefully all my tips, tricks, helped out. Again, it's just those small little tweaks that I mentioned earlier that make the biggest difference, like, tagging the right ones, getting those parent ASINs, copying and pasting the title. Every little thing will add up in time as you're doing this, so that way you can speed through these one by one. A whole 20 to 25 batch of videos will probably take like 30 to 40 minutes max, depending on how much time you're wasting trying to search for some of these ASINs. Okay, so but it shouldn't take no more than an hour. If it takes over an hour for you to do these, then you're doing something wrong. So yeah, if you need any help or guidance though that maybe I confused you on, or maybe you just need some extra little help, be sure to leave a comment down there below, and I will gladly help you guys. But hopefully I did a really good job at explaining this, so that way you really don't have to ask any questions, so that you get it all on video, and it just benefited you guys a lot. Okay, so but with that being said, guys, that is it for this video. Hopefully this video was very valuable to you guys, and yeah, just get to it, man. Like, because yeah, having these marketplaces available like this, pretty awesome, so but overall, guys, that is it for this video, and with that, I am out. Peace.